Hey, what's up everyone? Alex here. So today we're back with another video, and today will be a special video covering on a very nostalgic Othello game that I kind of recently just come across because one of our local Othello friends actually brought it up in terms of how to access it through an emulator. So today I'm just going to show you quickly. So how you can kind of access this. This particular game was actually the kind of very first form that I encountered Othello in. Ironically, it was more in an arcade on top aboard a cruise ship. So in Singapore we call it Dream Cruise. I know maybe internationally Royal Caribbean cruises could be more recognized, or maybe even Carnival cruises. So yeah, basically it's one of those kind of cruise liner whereby they have a game room, and then essentially it's the very kind of old school arcade machine. So yeah, basically those arcade machines carry quite a few of those kind of maybe like Net Geo or company games developed by maybe those typical machines that you see, like maybe Pac-Man games, X-Men versus Street Fighter, or something related to it. Those kind of shooting games, like the aeroplane shooting games. So yeah, basically this is called Don Den Lover. So it's accessible through this emulator called MAME4DR. So what you do is you download the app, and at the same time you also download one of the emulator game files available online, and then you just basically plug it into your folder, and then you'll be able to access the game. So let's just load up the game. So this is kind of for Droid, basically MAME, the emulator for Droid. And then if you don't have it on Android, then I guess you can probably play it on your PC as well. So you'll be able to find suitable emulators. So let's take a look at this game. So let's just probably press start, toggle it a little. Yeah. Okay, so we'll just hit on into the game. So yeah, it's 1996 game, so it's a very old game. Let's just go in. So yeah, right now the game is just starting up. I just wanted to share with you. So this, fortunately or unfortunately, it's quite an interesting game. It has Othello in a alternate layout, not the kind of conventional crisscross. Yeah, so now you can hear the music, and then it's kind of like an arcade interface whereby they're asking you to insert coins, and then when you don't insert the coins in their kind of screensaver, they're loading up like showing the rules in terms of Othello. So the rules are the same. It's just that the layout tends to be a little different for the first, second, and fourth and fifth round. Only the third round is against an AI that actually um, uses the original layout for Othello, the more trademark layout. So yeah, what I like about this game is essentially the kind of animation of flipping the disc and the visualization of what disc you can flip. Like over here, it's highlighted in yellow on what kind of disc it would flip. So I always think that it's a kind of interesting in terms of the graphics, really nice. And of course, if of course, if you're a guy and Othello, you know that it's a male-dominated game. You tend to be maybe a little bit more attracted to an AI that is featured as a female. And obviously, how this game works is there are a total of 5 rounds, and each round you face an AI depicted by one of the female characters, and basically they challenge you, and if you win you can proceed to the next one. If you don't, you probably insert another coin or token to try your luck again and just try to see whether you can pass the round. So with each additional try, the game tends to be slightly easier. So yeah, let's just put in a coin by just clicking coin over here, and basically that means you can start the game. So now we can start the game. So on the left, it's in Mandarin Chinese. It basically means single game. You can even choose double game. So yeah, double game meaning like both players. So single player means you would play against the AI. So this is your stage 1. And you can then kind of toggle and choose whether you want to play as black or white. So let's choose natural parity perhaps. And we'll go with white. So natural parity always helps. So yeah, the challenge that I find in this game is often using. Okay, so I probably clicked on the wrong move. It should be A to kind of select. So B is more like declaring a special move. So yeah, the challenge over here is the emulator. I always have difficulties on the joystick, but yeah, after a while it kind of grows on you. You probably have to kind of hold it a little bit more. So yeah, throughout the game they will have the female AI actually making maybe some uh, kind of provocative comments on asking you to play faster. So let's play this move. So yeah, even though the layout is slightly different, it's essentially the same, Othello game, same principles. You want to play group small inside as much as possible, and then basically minimize your discs while ensuring that you're not wiped out, and then you can control the mobility. So it's the same. So let's play this flipping one disc. Yeah, maybe this move. So right now I'm just trying to regroup my discs progressively by flipping maybe as few discs as possible. I think the interesting thing about the AI is that it's able to process fairly good moves, but at the same time the weakness is on the edge play. So it seems to give up edges pretty simply. So I will often find it the case that it's easy to beat the AI if you play to the edge pretty early on while maintaining mobility. So let's go with the center cut. So I'm sorry that the the phone is in fact at an angular, at an angle. So it might be hard for you to kind of view the game. Yeah. So let me just play this move. So I'm just grabbing the edge and then essentially forcing the AI to the corner. So yeah, once I play to the corner, I stable some disc and I can probably start sweeping the disc. Yeah, so the AI would, once it realizes that it's losing, it will start to make some comments like, asking you to kind of give them some chance or, yeah, give give them a bit of breathing space perhaps, yeah. So let's play maybe this move. So this game is already in the bag, obviously. So the AI quality, I would say, maybe for the first round tends to be a bit equivalent to Othello Quest 1600. And then as you progress, maybe 1700. So now it's a pass in turn, so now it's my turn again. So because the AI doesn't have a legal move, I get to continue playing. So let's just go to the edge. Yeah, so the time control gives a little bit of pressure. Okay, so now the AI is kind of coming up with a hint, asking you to play this to get a time extension, but usually the moves that they suggest are not great, so I usually don't go for it. Yeah. So let's go with this. So this X square will be slightly special. It's a kind of a floating X square sweep that will allow you to maximize your discs. Yeah, so that's essentially how it works. So yeah, so one interesting fact about this game is that it's not really meant, it was probably designed more for adults, playing in arcade places rather than children. So what happens after you win each round is that the AI lady would kind of, strip to their kind of, slightly more skimpy clothes, I guess, skimpy attire, probably just for the entertainment of adults. I often see kind of like older adults back when I was maybe like a teenager or maybe even a kid, like 8 to 10 years old, and I would see the adults actually play this. So yeah, this is interesting. So yeah, I definitely like the interface, the flipping effect, the sound effects, and everything. It's always nice to kind of get the animation. So yeah, too bad for other Othello apps this is not there, but yeah, I kind of appreciate this. So let's just finish the game over here. Yeah. So after the game, it will show that it's done, and it will start tabulating the number of this and counting, and obviously 5212. That's the result. So yeah, basically it's a victory for me. And then essentially they will show you, that you've won, and then they will go into the special animation phase, which, I will not show this time round. But if you guys are interested, please go ahead and download the game and check it out. Yeah. So essentially, this is the animation. So yeah, we'll skip and then we'll move to the next round. So what happens is every round once you win, they will go into the special feature, and then you can go for the next challenge. And after you've completed all 5 challenge, they will tabulate and sum up all your disc score, and essentially that will be your final score. And I think if you can achieve some 220 or 230 across 5 rounds, that is actually quite a good result. So yeah, so this is essentially a second round, and you notice that the animation changes with each kind of different AI. So it's kind of cool. The disc flip is a bit different, the sound effects are a bit different, and then background music changes a little. So I think that's kind of a nice feature to have, just to kind of add to the entertainment value. So yeah, I think I'll just play a few moves and I'll end off this video. And if you do like this game, it's quite interesting. Please just go ahead and download it. And yeah, hopefully you enjoy this game. So yeah, so I'll be signing off from here. And yeah, so I think most of the players, the AI players would probably vary between 1600 all the way to maybe 1900 equivalent in Othello Quest, or maybe even 2000 for the last round. So yeah, it's still fairly challenging, and in fact, considering that the interface, I mean the initial layout is a bit different than the traditional one. There could be some practice fundamental skills, just like the group small inside and your mid game, obviously. So yeah, hopefully you like this video, and yeah, I guess I'll just end off over here. And thank you very much for joining me, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed this game and video. So I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.